My daughter is being kicked out of this hospital and she's in active labor.
Yes, she's talking about my uterus. Oh.
My daughter's in active labor, and this is a Franciscan Crown Point being put out in active labor.
We get on the expressway, 2 minutes in, I'm like, I have to push. The head came out, he's on the phone with 911. My baby's head is out. What do I do? He pulls over to catch the baby because the second time I pushed, she came out. It's like I'm okay at one moment, the next moment I'm like bursting out in tears.
I don't know what's going on in the world right now, but by the title and thumbnail, y'all know what to expect, man. There has been 2 incidents. I'm positive one of y'all have seen already, and the other is just now starting to go viral right now. And it's a situation where 2 mothers on 2 different occasions that are in active labor, the hospitals are denying them the service that they need at the moment. Y'all know the movies when, oh, my water broke, I need to rush to the hospital. And they're not giving them the service that they need. And I have a lot of mothers and fathers that watch, but you know how many complications can come about if you don't go possibly into labor at that moment. How much stress you could put on just even the mom, the child, possibly the mom even losing her life with being in so much pain and duress if she do need some type of medical assistance while giving birth. But this incident that we're finna react to now just happened. Let's get into this right now and see what happened, man. So it looked like that this guy's called Leon Wells, and it says, my wife gave birth 8 later. I delivered our baby in the truck. After being discharged from the hospital, first Texas, now Northwest Indiana, justice will be served. Racism is real. So for everybody that don't know, I'm finna make sure I react to both parts. The only reason I didn't drop the first part is because I wanted to make sure I added in together. But so far, these are 2 situations that didn't happen in the past week when it came to women that's being pregnant, in specifics, Black women that's being that's in the process of giving birth in labor, like in active labor, and being denied the type of service that they need to be, which is, I want to try to put all doctors and hospitals in a category, but these 2 jurisdictions or whatever these hospitals are at needs to be held accountable. We finna watch this right now, though. I just had to make sure I read it so I could show y'all.
My daughter is being kicked out of this hospital and she's in active labor.
Why? Why is she being kicked out? So she's in active labor, but did they say why? There's no way.
It's the table in the bed, so you can do that. Hey, let's see what kind of view you have.
I think they're going to say why, y'all. So just give it a minute.
Yes, she's talking about my uterus. Oh.
Okay, so
My daughter's in active labor, and this is a Franciscan Crown Point being put out in active labor. So we gotta transfer her to a different hospital while she's in labor, in pain. Unjust.
Okay. You want me to push the car?
y'all notice something too, man, I feel sorry for her. That might have just been a blessing, man, because ain't no telling how them folks would have delivered her child. Wow, umbilical cord and everything.
Oh.
Wow. 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 That is crazy. The same outfit.
National attention tonight, and thank you for joining us. I'm Scott Schneider.
I'm Dawn Hasbrook. A pregnant mom sent home from the hospital only to deliver her baby a few minutes later in her car.
The viral video has people from coast to coast demanding answers. Our Tia Ewing has more.
Leon and Mercedes Wells says they called the hospital to let them know that they were coming because she was already in active labor. And when they got there, the expectant mother says she was ignored and allegedly booted out of Franciscan Crown Point Hospital. And she has the video to prove it.
My daughter's in active labor, and this is a Franciscan.
Yeah, we've seen this already, y'all.
Being put out in active labor.
This is the video captured as Mercedes Wells was wheeled out of Franciscan Crown Point Hospital in tears and pacing her breathing.
So we got to transfer her to a different hospital where she's in labor, in pain.
The mother of now 2 says she was in full-blown labor.
So we pull off. We got to the end of the parking lot. As soon as we get on the expressway, which was literally right there at the hospital, you know, so it's the hospital, then expressway. We get on the expressway, 2 minutes in, I'm like, I have to push. The head came out, he's on the phone with 911. My baby's head is out. What do I do? He pulls over to catch the baby because the second time I pushed, she came out. So that was it. 2 pushes, she was out.
It's a blessing, man.
In the family's pickup truck on the side of the highway. Her husband was forced to deliver their baby himself without medical assistance. In the video,
Yeah, they finna get some money for this.
you see little Alina on her mother's chest, weighing 6 pounds. Her umbilical cord still attached. And if you look closely, you can see the pickup truck is moving. And 8 minutes from being discharged, their baby girl was in the world.
They was discharging her. I'm like, so when you think she's gonna have baby? Today, tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We don't know. Maybe next week. She was real.
What?
Nonchalant about it. I'm like, so you don't she's in labor.
The Wells family told me they only saw a nurse.
Our nurse was 25. She had been a nurse for 2 years, she told us. And she had only been in labor and delivery for months.
The family gave birth to their 2.5-year-old daughter at Franciscan Health Crown Point in the past, before the hospital moved to its new location in 2024. This time, Wells says she pleaded with staff not to be discharged, but a nurse told her she had only dilated to 3 centimeters, even after 6 hours of labor.
When you requested, well, where's the doctor? I don't agree with you. What happened?
She said doctor already gave orders. She didn't want to talk about this anymore.
I showed Dr. Jameer Abdur Rahman, a certified OBGYN for 25 years, the video to see if he spotted any red flags.
It's not that these people don't provide good care, but I don't think it's the same level of care you would see if a physician evaluated the patients. And so I think you start to see more and more of these things happening as you're not having doctors assess patients. But also I think a lot of these hospital systems, if they're being honest with you, they'll tell you that there's a lot of pressure on providers to keep things moving.
This is where the family is now, at Community Hospital in Munster, recovering.
She's doing great. This is her.
Blessing that she's doing great, man.
She's napping.
As for the mom of 2, she says the entire birthing experience was traumatic, something she's still struggling to process and can't talk about
baby.
Without breaking down.
The emotions come in waves. It's like I'm okay at one moment, the next moment I'm like bursting out in tears.
For Franciscan did release a statement saying this: the health and safety of our patients is always our top priority. We have launched an internal investigation into the alleged incident. Due to patient privacy laws and our own policies pertaining to internal investigations, we are unable to comment further at this time. As for little Alina, she is doing fine. She came into the world at 6:28 Sunday morning. The family says community hospital is finally giving them the level of care they deserved from the start. They have now hired attorney Cannon Lambert, saying they don't want what happened to them to happen to someone else.
That's what's up, man.
In the studio, Tia Ewing, Fox 32 Chicago.
They're so crazy
and just
because
moments ago we received an updated statement from the hospital's president and CEO Raymond Grady, saying in part, quote, "We are aware of the video and the concerns expressed on social media regarding the discharge of a pregnant patient from Franciscan Health Crown Point. We are grateful to learn from online and media reports that both mother and child are reportedly doing well. The video and the comments it has generated are deeply troubling, and we understand the concern this has raised. The video is just one part of the information we are reviewing as part of a thorough investigation into this alleged incident." And then he added, "The reality is disparities in healthcare outcomes exist, and Franciscan Health Crown Point strives to be part of the solution, not the problem."
wow. You know, the crazy thing is, I didn't hear them say nothing about the doctor who discharged her. Why? Why didn't y'all? Oh, I'm just so happy for. No, what is the name of the doctor?
It's Christina
That's what she needs to expose. What's the name of the doctor that discharged her? What's whoever involved? Who is the people that's involved with discharging her? That's what I want to know.
Thank you, family, friends. I want to thank all y'all for y'all support.
That's what our
for
husband
what
had
we're
to
going
say.
through right now. But definitely gonna need y'all help. It's a lot of silent cries about what's going on. But I need y'all voice to be heard. I'm gonna leave a number to Franciscan, and so y'all can kind of, everybody angry, everybody sad, everybody mad. But I need y'all to voice y'all opinions to Franciscan so this can stop. This is totally unacceptable what we go through, and something needs to change, and we can't change it without y'all help. So please, I'm gonna drop the number below. Give them a call. Let them know how y'all feel. We really appreciate y'all's support. I really love y'all. I really thank y'all for real. But this is just not our family. This is a lot of families that got a lot of silent cries.
Right.
And justice definitely needs to be served for everybody that's going through, and this needs to be prevented so nobody else can go through what we've been through. Thanks again, y'all. Stay tuned so y'all can see what's going on. Talk to you soon.
I know that's right. And the messed up thing is, they only got to see a nurse. They didn't even get to see the actual doctor. Like, just imagine. Nah, I don't need to see her. Tell her to go home. That's like somebody just brushing everything you got going on in life away. That lady could have lost her life, man. So allegedly, from what I'm reading right now, there was no cervical change within the 5 hours that she was there. And I guess in hospitals, if there's no cervical change within a certain amount of time, they don't consider it active labor. So it's up to the doctor's discretion to keep her or not. But with the amount of pain and how she was walking, and it just seemed like visible distress was going on, that they possibly should have kept her. I'm not a doctor. I'm not licensed or anything like that. But from some of the comments and things that I'm reading in articles, that's what I'm guessing the hospital allegedly said, why they denied her. But that is crazy that on the ride home, in the same outfit she has on, which is probably within the hour that she gave birth, so I could only imagine if she would have gave birth there, if they didn't know what they was doing then, she possibly would have lost her child, man. So hopefully she didn't drive back to the same hospital when everything was going on. But let's go into the next situation that happened, which is, I know most of y'all know about by now.
When's your due date? Right now. Is your due date 11? What? How many times have you been pregnant? 3. This is your 3rd pregnancy? Yes. You have 2 babies at home? It's in my ass. You have 2 babies at home? Who's your doctor?
Wow.
Lang is her doctor.
Was she in a waiting area? This is crazy.
Y'all treat all your patients like this or just the black ones?
Wow. And a waiting area for 30 minutes in delivery is crazy. There's literally no excuse for this at all.
Her due date is the 10th.
It was the 10th.
She got 3 pregnancies, 2 babies at home. I bet y'all listen next time.
Oh, they go listen. Oh.
When you found out you was delivering at this hospital, your ass should have changed doctors.
Wow, she just ignoring it.
Everybody say how they treat people here.
When's your due date? Right now.
The nurse.
In a chair, that's what it is.
I can't take her upstairs without.
What?
Which is what? So you'll take a chance of infections and her having a baby in this chair. So she's not a priority. Because this right here is
Oh, they finna get a lawsuit. They go find who she is.
Ma'am? Yes. Are you able to call the anesthesiologist? Someone is coming to take you to labor and delivery. That's not what I asked. I cannot help.
What? I cannot help. Ma'am, I could have sworn that y'all take an oath when graduating nursing school. If I'm not mistaken, all my nurses, I could have sworn that y'all take an oath.
Hey guys, I'm here with Mom and baby
I'm glad
Cash.
she's doing well.
They are doing well. He has a doctor's appointment tomorrow at the pediatric center. It's a lot of concerns. They taking tests on him. He still have to go through several other tests down the line because he was born with his eyes open, and due to the stress and trauma that occurred in the triage area, the baby had a bowel movement.
Wow.
In Mom, and the fluids was green, and like I said, he born with his eyes open.
Yeah.
So they are, taking all that in consideration as well. But he's eating well, sleeping well, looking good. And I was also reading a lot of the comments, and some of you under the impression it was twins. They are not twins. This is daughter with baby Cash, and this is other daughter with baby DJ. They are a month apart. DJ born 10/10 and KJ born 11/11. Thank you again for your support and your concerns, and we will most definitely keep you updated.
Like right here. They said that she was fired. Board of Nursing temporary or permanent post-exam license. So, hold on. Yeah, I'm not sure if she's fired or not, but I guess this means She's fired 24 years times. Dang, they got her Instagram. They done found everything about her. Dang, man. Dang. Hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So
Turn your phone off too, please.
I can record. I'm in a public place.
this is her again.
Everything that you're doing. So.
That's fine. That's fine. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, look at the treatment.
Wow. You worrying about a phone, and this look like this man is almost unalived. It's crazy, man. But they are saying that she is terminated, and it seemed like the mom. So I think her mom has one final thing to say.
Hello, TikTok family. This is a follow-up on the video that I posted earlier. So I was at work. I had no idea of the activity that was going on. My daughter's texting me, calling me. I didn't know what was going on. So finally I get home, they tell me about the video, and a lot of you was asking about a follow-up and to explain the situation. So this is the situation. My daughter went into active labor at home. We took her to the hospital. She called ahead of time, so we know they are expecting us. However, we get there to the emergency room. We watching nurses, putting gloves on, running to the door. They get outside of the door, and I drive a black SUV, and they look at my vehicle, and one of the nurses come up to the window, and she goes, I'm sorry, this is for ambulance only. I said, well, my daughter is in active labor.
Right.
And she was like, okay. She said, but you're going to have to go to the front. I'm like, I have to drive to the front. And they said, yeah, you have to drive to the front. Okay, another redhead. And so I'm like, so she's in the, you hear, and it was like, yeah, she started bagging up, hit the button, went back inside the building. So I go around to the front. I get out of the car. Again, this girl is in more pain now than she was when we first left the house. And she started saying, I feel pressure. I said, take deep breaths. I ran in. I said, hey, my daughter's in the car. I went to emergency. They told me I had to come to the front. So the lady was like, what's your daughter's name? Told her Kiara Jones. She gets out some paperwork. Started typing in the name. I was like, ma'am, do you have a wheelchair or anything? She's in the car. I need to get her in. Oh, if you check on the other side of those doors where the vending machine's at, there should be a wheelchair out there. There's no wheelchair out there. So she gets up, she walks in the back, and she come to the door with a wheelchair. She said, here you go, ma'am. I said, excuse me, you're not going to come with me? And she was like, no.
Wow.
Oh,
what?
Okay. So, a police officer was in the lobby. He gets up. He grabbed a wheelchair. He goes out the door with me. He said, come on, I got you. Went out there. She is on hands and knees in the back of the vehicle. And I'm like, oh, what is going on? And then she goes, it's in my... And I was like, what? And the guy was like, and she was like, he said, okay, she was like, give me a minute. She could not move. So when that contraction eased, we put her in a wheelchair. He said, you can go park your car, because they, again, had people out there. So I went park my car. It wasn't even 30 seconds.
It's the whole hospital.
I run back in the building. She's just there with a stack of papers in her hand, screaming that this baby is coming. This baby is coming. I look at the registers behind the window, and they looking at me, and they was like, well, we can't do anything until she signed the papers. Are you kidding me?
What?
So I grabbed the papers, and of course, it's all ER that they have. And I was like, you want her to sign this, and she's in active labor. And they was like, okay. I was like, ma'am, she was supposed to be induced earlier today at 8 o'clock. And they called and told her that they will call her because they didn't have beds. And they would let her know. And no one ever called back. They called back every hour on an hour. And they was like, no, we'll call you back. And then finally her water break, she called them. They tell her to come in. So the water broke. So why is she signing these papers? We need her in labor and delivery. And I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. So the charge nurse comes out and she saw the paper signed. What? Are you serious right now? And she closes the door. And then the lady behind the window at this point, my daughter, scribbled her name on all the papers. We gave it to her. She says, thank you. She walked it around to the charge nurse. She opened up the door. My daughter is literally like having a contraction. And she's just standing there in the door. So wow. We push her into the door. I said, can we get her into labor and delivery? She said, no, we have to fill out all this paperwork. I have to do the paperwork and get her a band before we can send her upstairs. So that was the video that you guys saw that I initially posted. So the next video that has no picture on it was when I was pushing her in and we was at the window because they asked me to move her from the window so they can take care of the guests.
What? Nah, that's crazy.
That was coming in and out. Do not go to this hospital. This hospital is ghetto as hell. They do not care about black women or their babies. This is crazy. I read about stuff like this all the time, but to see this firsthand, this lady did not care. None of them. It wasn't until we got into labor and delivery where we saw an ounce of care or sympathy for her. Before then, they can care less. She did not care if she gave birth in that wheelchair. That was not her problem or her concern.
That's what I was going to say. And it's so crazy because I'm positive if this would have been a hospital, right? I'm sorry, hospital. If she would have called the ambulance would have took her right in there through delivery. They wouldn't have been telling her, oh, you got to wait right here and fill out all this. They would have took her right in through delivery. If she called the ambulance and went through the ambulance and paid the ambulance. You get what I'm saying? So it just, EMT. It's so crazy. It's so crazy, man. Yeah, they definitely got to do something about that lady. That entire staff. It just seemed like something is fishy with that entire hospital. But you know what they say, man? You have to be very strategic on what hospitals you go to that's within your city because positive, every hospital, at least one hospital in a major city has a reputation of malpractice.